Hello, friends. Since today marks the 160th anniversary of the nomination of Abraham Lincoln as the second Republican nominee for the office of president, notice I said second. John C. Fremont was the first Republican nominee in the presidential canvass of 1856. But I thought I might take advantage of this anniversary to share with you a few items that I have in my collection related to the 1860 nomination. So, recognizing the significance of the first three presidential nominating conventions, the Republican Party in 1892 resolved to have the proceedings published. This here is my volume, 1856. So, some of the highlights. The first call was actually in January of 1856, kind of the organizing portion of it. January 17, 1856. The first convention took place in June of 1856. And then you might recall that Abraham Lincoln was actually a presidential contender, or a vice presidential contender in the 1856 election. And here is the tally sheet for the first roll call. Lincoln received 142 votes on the first call, and the second one he received just 20. So the momentum didn't sustain it. And ultimately, who won the 1856 vice presidential nomination? William Dayton. He also ran. This is the title page for the 1856 convention. The minutes for that. And then you also might remember in 1864, the Republican Party briefly rebranded itself as the National Union Party, and that was an attempt to kind of draw in some of the war Democrats. So immediately after the 1860 convention, a number of biographies were published to introduce the candidate to the public. One of the first ones is known as the Wigwam edition, and it was rushed into print so quickly that they didn't get the candidate's name right. So this is the very first one. See, again, a beardless Abraham Lincoln, but you can see up here, kind of hard to see with the spotting, but it's Abram Lincoln. And the Wigwam edition, that's named after the hall in Chicago where the nominating convention took place. So two of the most significant events leading up to Lincoln's rise as the 1860 nominee were, of course, the Lincoln-Douglas debates in 1858 in the summer, and then the New York Cooper Union speech on February 27, 1856. Recognizing that the Lincoln-Douglas debates would play a very significant role in his political future, Lincoln took pains to have the debates transcribed for publication. And debates, and along with the publications of his biographies, were widely disseminated. This is one of my versions of the Lincoln-Douglas debates. Let's see the title page here. And here's the table of contents listing all 7 debates. And you notice he, not just Lincoln's speeches in here, but also the Douglas's rejoinders and his speeches as well. Lincoln included those in as well to make a fair presentation, I presume. The debates certainly raised Lincoln's profile. It's really the Cooper Union speech that introduces Lincoln to Eastern audiences. That speech was published in pamphlet form immediately after the canvass and became an important means of putting forth the candidate's view in the 1860 as well. This is my version of it, my copy of it. You notice it has the name Hiram Barney pasted on the top. According to the auction records, Barney was on the stage with Lincoln, and sure that's true, but interesting fact if it is. And then you can see in bold letters down at the bottom Lincoln's final rousing conclusion to the um, Cooper Union speech. Let us have faith that might makes right. Nope, got that wrong. Let us have faith that right makes might. And in that faith, let us to the end dare to do our duty as we understand it. So, well, that's what I wanted to share with you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share stories from the Lincoln Berry Store. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Stay safe, stay healthy, and if you're in the Midwest, stay dry. So take care, my friends.